Hi, it's Nick from the Run Testers, and in this video I'm going to be comparing the Nike Air Zoom Tempo Next Percent and the Saucony Endorphin Speed. So I'll start with the key stats of the shoes. First off, price. The Nike is £169.95 and $200, and the Saucony is £155 or $160. The Nike is a 10mm drop and Saucony is an 8mm drop, but key here is the stack on the Nike is too high to legally be used in road races. It's very much designed to be a training shoe. In the US 8.5, the stack comes in at 43mm, that's above the 40mm limit. Saucony is under the limit, so it can be used in road races legally. Weight-wise, the Tempo is a fair bit heavier. This UK size 9, this is my shoe, is 277 grams, which is 9.8 ounces. The Endorphin Speed, on the other hand, it comes in at 240 grams or 8.5 ounces, so it's a fair bit lighter. So, design-wise, we'll start with the Nike, just because there's so much going on here. It's a really quite complex shoe. The upper is fairly simple. It's Flyknit. It's if you use Flyknit on other Nike shoes, it's exactly the same. It's fairly tight at first. It has a little bit of give in it over time, but usually runs slightly small. The laces are slightly offset, but I found it's quite easy to get a good tight fit around the midfoot. Then the midsole, this is where a lot of stuff's going on. There's React foam at the rear here, which is designed to find a cushioned landing and a more durable area of foam compared to the ZoomX foam in the middle, which is softer, bouncier. It's the stuff used in the Alphafly and the Vaporfly, but it's not as durable. So the React foam takes the brunt of, if you're a hill striker like me, or even if you're landing somewhere around here, it should be more durable as a result as a training shoe. There's also a carbon composite plate which runs from around here, so not the whole length of the shoe, but just kind of from the ZoomX to these Air pods. These are the same ones that are used in the Alphafly. They're designed to give a bit more of a responsive feel to your kind of toe off, more propulsive than just having the ZoomX foam. And the plate kind of runs to try and ease the transition between the different foams over the AirPods and through your toe off. It's not really designed to give the same kind of stiffness and propulsion you get from a carbon plate in a racing shoe. It's again, it also shouldn't be so hard on your feet. It should make your feet kind of won't just get lazy as well by using a carbon plate all the time. So it's better for training all round, really. On the outsole, you have quite a lot of rubber. It's in similar areas to the Alphafly, but it's a different kind of rubber. It's more durable and there's more of it. Quite a lot of the rear in particular. It should be a fairly durable shoe, and it's gripped well for me on both roads and light trails. Saucony has a pretty standard mesh upper. I think it's quite wide around the midfoot. I've really had to crank the laces to get quite a tight fit. My feet must be reasonably narrow, but they're not very narrow. But yeah, it's a pretty standard mesh upper. It's nice and comfortable. In the midsole, you have Saucony's Power Run PB foam. This is a PBA-based foam like Nike's ZoomX. So it's soft, bouncy, but very lightweight. You can tell that's why the shoe is still quite light, despite having quite a lot of foam in it. And there is a nylon plate in the shoe. Again, this is designed to try and provide a similarly propulsive feel as the carbon plate in the Saucony Endorphin Pro, but not be so stiff, so hard on your feet. So better for training, really, is the idea. There's also Saucony Speed Roll technology, which is really kind of key to their Endorphin line's success. In my view, it really helps roll from heel to toe very smoothly, very efficiently. It feels like you're running very economically when you're using these shoes. The outsole, not a huge amount of rubber. It's pretty similar to the Endorphin Pro. There's a decent amount there though. I haven't had any problems. I've used these on light trails. There is a fair bit of exposed foam there, which looks a bit like the kind of polystyrene Adidas Boost foam, but that I'd worry about digging chunks out of if I was on gravel. But on kind of hard light trails, it's kind of fine. And it grips reasonably well. Overall, when it comes to fit, I've gone true to size in both of these. The Nike is tighter, noticeably. You could probably go half a size up in these comfortably, I think, but I do think Flyknit tends to give a little bit over time, so I'd be tempted just to go true to size and let that give a little bit if you do find it tight at first. The Saucony fit true to size, same as the Endorphin Pro, same as other Saucony shoes. Yeah, no problems there. So I've done a fair bit of running in both of these shoes, a mix of kind of easy runs, longer runs, and then some hard sessions, and that's really what they're kind of designed for. Both of them are designed to be your fast training shoe. So the first one I did in the Nike was a track session where I was doing 2K, then 5x400, and did that twice. And it really, really blew me away. I loved it so much. It was so much faster than the kind of weight and kind of awkwardness of the shoe suggests, and the kind of the harder I ran in it, the kind of better it felt. Like I did the last 400 in 60 seconds just because I was feeling good, and yeah, it just felt spectacular on the foot. Then on easy runs, it wasn't so impressive. It is awkward. It's very loud when you're clamping along the pavement. People will turn and look around, and it just feels a bit kind of unwieldy. You know, it's not really versatile. If you don't use it for kind of fast sessions or tempo runs, it doesn't feel great. I've also done kind of an hour easy to steady in it and kind of a 10-mile reasonably steady long run, and it felt pretty good for those. Quite noticeably tight in my hamstrings afterwards, but might just been tight anyway. I'm not sure I can blame the shoes. But yeah, it feels good when you're at pace. Doesn't feel great at easy paces. It's very loud. Then there's the Saucony. Is a much more versatile shoe. I think it's great for easy running. I found it's great for long running. It's great for speed sessions as well. So I've done a few 10Ks in these, generally kind of reasonably fast. Nothing all out yet until this morning. I did a kind of interval session with both of these. But yeah, I just really like the way the Endorphin Speed feels. It's a very kind of natural feel. You roll through nicely. You're not really thinking about all the different parts of the shoe as you're running as you are with this shoe, because you do feel like, oh, there's React, then there's the Zoom X. Oh, I can now kind of feel the roll onto those Air Zoom pods. It's an all weird shoe, all in all, it really is. The Endorphin Speed is a much more natural feeling shoe. It certainly feels lighter and nimbler than the Nike, but I wouldn't say it's faster though. So today was kind of a head-to-head test I did. I took these down for a interval session, and I'm going to cut to that now. So today I am going to do a session, head-to-head session for the Nike Zoom Tempo Next Percent and the Saucony Endorphin Pro. So obviously these are kind of two of the top kind of training partner shoes on the market. So I'm going to put them up against each other with a session where I'll be doing 10 times 60 seconds on, 30 seconds off, 2 sets of that, so 1 set in each shoes. Going to do the Saucony first, the Nike second, and the paces today kind of going to be looking at kind of 10k, 5k pace, so alternating kind of 320, 310 during those 60 seconds on. So let's go, see how these shoes do. So that's the session all done. Felt good today, quite easy to stay on pace. Not the hardest session in the world. Got a race this weekend, so keeping it fairly achievable. On the shoes, so I liked both, and you can really feel the difference. The Endorphin Speed is a really comfortable shoe. It's very quick, feels kind of nimble on the foot. You put on the Nikes, and there's just so much going on. It feels a bit odd, a bit unwieldy almost. It's heavier. It's so much going on in that midsole, different foams. So even the steps feels different, but you've got to hand it to them. The tempo are very, very quick. I do think they're quicker shoes for this kind of session. Holding the pace was more comfortable, could kick it up at the end there without any trouble at all. I think just on pure pace, the tempo probably just a little bit better for the speed for me. The way I kind of roll through from heel to toe, I think I get a lot more pop from that kind of those AirPods on the front. Speed, more versatile, they're very comfortable, and they don't let you down. They're fast, they're very fast, but yeah, it's interesting. I was a bit surprised by that. I do think the tempo feel that just no matter how weird they feel on the foot, they do produce the goods in terms of speed. Yeah, so coming back from that, yeah, I do think it's really important to know that the Nike, for all its faults, and there are a lot of faults here, it is very fast, and I've not had a bad session in this yet, and I do think it's slightly faster than the Speed, which does have the edge in lots of other ways. But yeah, so that session this morning and all the kind of other times I've run fast in these shoes, I do think I slightly prefer the way the Zoom Tempo feels in making hard paces feel that little bit easier. One thing I will say about the two shoes is they feel very different on the run. This is very smooth, disappears on the foot, feels quite natural. The Nike is just outlandish in the way it feels. It's very bouncy when you're up to speed, but it does kind of get that different feel from the foam and the Air Zoom pods. It changes as you run, and when you put it on, it definitely feels more unwieldy compared to this. But that doesn't stop you racking up the pace in it, which is really, I suppose, what matters. So it's quite hard to come to a verdict on these shoes. Like, there are a lot of reasons to not like the Nike Zoom Tempo. It's expensive, it's not got a race legal stack height, it doesn't feel good on easy runs, it's just quite a weird shoe to run in. It is heavy, and then you go and run fast in it and you go, I don't care about any of that anymore. This is a spectacular shoe and I love running my sessions in it. And if you're purely looking for just a fast training shoe, you've definitely got your racer sorted. You're never going to race in the shoe. You don't need anything for easy runs. You've got your easy run shoe as well. It's pretty great. It's still very expensive. It still won't work for everyone, I think, just because it is quite a weird shoe. But if you can try it out with the chance to send it back, you might easily find your new favourite fast training shoe in the Zoom Tempo. The Endorphin's kind of got everything else going for it. You know, it's cheaper, lighter, it's great for easy running, I find. It's comfortable for easy running, it's still very fast. It should be durable. It's pretty great all round. It's just that, you know, that one point, which is when I do my fast sessions, I think the Zoom Tempo has the edge for me. But at the same time, I've hit all my paces in the Speed, the Endorphin Speed, and I've done my sessions in it as well. So yeah, I think all round, if I was recommending one shoe for most people, most average Joes, I'd probably suggest the Endorphin Speed's a bit more of a versatile shoe that would work really well for most people. I don't think anyone's going to dislike the way this shoe feels, I will say that. Whereas some people just won't like this, and the fact it is so loud is really off-putting for lots of people. Kieran, another run tester, just cannot get over how loud it is when he runs in it. So yeah, I'll strike one big point for Nike, basically, in terms of just all-out speed, your fast training shoe. This feels more comfortable to run fast in for me. Every other area, price, weight, stack height, feel, the Endorphin has the edge. But yeah, so that's really where you're going to make your decision on. Are you just looking for that fast training shoe, in which case there's this, if it works for you, or if you just want a really, really great all-round running shoe that you could race in as well, and you could do easy runs as well. It's about the most, it's about the most versatile shoe out there right now, potentially. The old Endorphin Speed might be the better choice. So that's it, guys. Thanks very much for watching. Do go check out our full multi-test review of the Nike Zoom Tempo for a kind of range of opinions on this shoe, and let us know what you think of them, what's been kind of your favourite shoe this year in the comments below, and ring the little bell so you get notified when we next put up another video. Thanks very much, and we'll see you next time.